this session will definitely give you 1% boost in your personal life, in your professional life, because in this particular session, I am sharing you all the formula for understanding mind, for understanding mind mapping, for understanding happiness. And the most important thing that I am sharing in this particular seminar is the mind mapping live techniques. Yeah, yes. Uh, Hello. Now I am a little bit louder because Chitralekha Kumar ji is saying that ki I am not audible. So I am audible to you. It's my humble request to all the participants to please off your videos, because when you use your videos na, so there is a problem in the network. So please off your videos, and definitely you will listen me very clearly. Yeah, thank you so much. So in this particular session, what I am sharing you three concepts. First is for mind mapping. For example, if you want to map happiness you are in life, if you want to attract happiness in your life, then you have to map your happiness. But before going to those strategy means know your mind mapping strategy. First, you have to know your mind. Means the tool we are using in mind mapping strategies is mind. But if you are not know your mind, then you are not able to make those strategies convertible and attractable. And before knowing to your mind, Neetu Chauhan, madam, please pin my presentation. Then you are able to see the presentation. Thank you so much. So first you have to understand about the working pattern of mind. But before understanding the working pattern of mind, as yesterday Atre sir very well explained about our behavior, the socialization and social intelligence. Then first we have to understand about the know yourself concept. Means self-awareness is the first step of change. First, you have to know about yourself. And when you have all the data about yourself, then as a analytical student, as a management student, you have all the tool of analysis. But first collect data about yourself. Means first know about yourself, then you are able to understand your mind, then again you are very much aware and you are able to use your mind in your mind mapping strategies. So these are the three steps. Now presentation is I'm officially starting my presentation. And the presentation is very fast, so please uh, if you have any question, then please jot down particular question in your notebook. We'll cover all the questions in the end of the session. But right now, this session is divided into three different parts. So now I am starting with the first part. The first part is know yourself. And know yourself concept is very popular from the for in the management background, because when you first understand yourself, then you are able to make strategies about yourself. मीन्स कि कौन कौन से हथियार लेके युद्ध में जाना है ये पहले से डिसाइड करना होगा. मीन्स द मोर यू प्रैक्टिस इन फील्ड द लेस यू ब्लीड इन वॉर. It is very important, it is very much important to first to know yourself. So what are the important factor that you have to know about yourself, that you have to know about your organizational people? Because in this particular FDP the main objective is to improve the organizational behavior, to improve the motivation level of people, to improve the leadership quality of people. So for increasing any kind of quality, first we have to understand the strength and weakness of the people. So the first point is know yourself. So it is very common concept of SWOT analysis, of self analysis. कि by scanning our strength and weaknesses, we are very much comfortable to know about ourselves. But there are very minute concept which I will be sharing in the next slides. So the first concept is either you are left brainy or you are right brainy. This particular concept is very much famous, that the person are either left brainy or right brainy. So I am giving you one example. If you are left brainy, what is the meaning of left brainy? Means we have neurons in our mind, and our mind or our brain is divided into two parts: left hemisphere and right hemisphere. Then the neuron, there will be cells, and in the cells neuron density is same. So neuron density in left part and neuron density in right part. If you have more neuron density in your left part, then you considered as a left brainy person. And if you are left brainy, then what are the outcome of this left brainy person? You are more logical in your decision making. You are more you are easily understand all the concept. You are little bit confused in your nature. For example, when you will be given option for any kind of choices, then the first decision is confusion. So you are from the left brainy side. And if you are right person, then you are creative, you have high imagination skill, you have high creative skill. Then either you are left brainy person and you are right brainy person. Why it is most important? Because if you want to motivate some person, then it is very important to know about that person, that either the person is left brainy or right brainy. Because if the person is left brainy, then you have to motivate with the facts and figures. But in case of right brainy, if you want to motivate a right brainy person, then you have to give the brightest picture or the creative pictures of the situation. So all these strategies depending on the various factors. The first factor is left brainy and right brainy. Next one is the motivation level. Now this is uh, sir, it's my request to jot down your all the question will solve at the will I will give you answer at the end, because the once the presentation is over, so I think you will get your answer. But again, if you not get your answer, then we'll take a Q&A session at the end of session. Thank you so much, sir. So next point is motivation level. Again, most important thing, either we are talking about children, either talking about ourselves, and either we are talking about our elders. Motivation level is one of the most important talent that we are having. Uh, there are four type of motivation. First is self motivation level, self cognitive level. Means all the decisions are taken by me only, and I need no external motivation. But the second type is required motivation, means you have to give push 2 to 3 times in a week. For example, we are having children in our home. So there are four type of children. First, those who do self study. Second one, those for those children we have to give push 2 3 times in a week. Fourth one is very important. I will come to third one, but fourth one is very important. Fourth one is continuous motivation. You have to give continuous motivation to perform those kind of person. And third kind of motivation is the most important one, is the reverse motivation. Means for motivating third type of person, you have to motivate them with all the facts and figures. Means once they understand the facts and figure, they will do that work. But if you are not able to uh, convince them on facts and figure part, they are not doing that kind of work. So the four type of motivation level is important, and it's totally depend upon the person's motivation level. For example, if we give some kind of monetary incentive, then first kind of person is easily motivated. We have to give push to the second kind of person. But for third and fourth kind of motivation level person, it is bit more difficult to motivate them, and it will require continuous effort to motivate them. So again, it is a very important concept to know about our organizational pupil motivation level. So again, there are some strategies to find these motivation level that I will discuss at the end of this first part. Next one is the famous Howard Gardner theory, that multiple intelligence theory. And again, it is very important theory that will tell about the various skills that a person is possessing. For example, if a person is of interpersonal and intrapersonal nature, then it is very good in management. If a person is very good in logical, so these eight skills represent some kind of skills. For example, interpersonal skill is related to communication. Yes, Dr. Subramani, it is applicable to children motivate. No, not only it is applicable to children motivation, but it is applicable to everyone. The four, every person, we have to first check the four type of motivation, and according to the type of motivation, according to the type of motivation level, we have to adopt the particular strategy. So now I'm coming to current slide. So first one is interpersonal skill, which is related to all the communication related work. Intrapersonal skill means related to self, related to ego, related to your internal meditation skill. Means when you talk to other, interpersonal skill is using. We are using interpersonal skill, and we are when we are talking to self, then intrapersonal skill is using. Logical is all the logical analysis takes place by logical. The words power we are having is derived from linguistic skill. Visual, for example, if we are playing a badminton, then the judgment of particular object or the judgment of time and motion studies is derived by visual skills. Musical is related to all the music, singing, dancing, and again, all the learning part. For example, if you are having good auditory skill, then with the help of audio visual medium, you are very much easily understand all the concepts. Naturalistic is again related to all the naturalistic part, means if you are into adventurous job, if you are into medical field, then naturalistic is a much required skill. And when we are talking about the body skills, when we are talking about the all the sports category, then kinesthetic skill is the most important one. So before motivating or before changing the person of behavior, first we understand about these skills. For example, if a person, for example, let's just take an example of a student. If a student is of interpersonal nature and he is very good in communication part, now the parents of these particular children, this particular child is forcing them to prepare for an IIT, yani ki, for an engineering entrance exam. If the logical skill is on the bottom side, then the logical, analytical, and reasoning analytical ability of that particular child is not good. And if we are preparing for any competitive exam, his competitive advantage is not good, then definitely this particular child is not able to crack the exam. So if you want to motivate, if you want to plan any strategy for a particular person, then you must know about their skills and the combination of skills also. For example, interpersonal and intrapersonal, or when we mix interpersonal and intrapersonal, then emotional intelligence build up. When we uh, when we associate logical and kinesthetic one, then pressure taking capacity build up. So there are various combinations from these multiple intelligence theory. I am just giving you a light about this. The Howard Gardner multiple intelligence theory is very important for developing any kind of personal, for motivating any kind of or organizational behavior. First we must understand about these skills. Next one is brain lobes. Again, we are having left hemisphere and right hemisphere. Similarly, in the same way, in brain we have five lobes. prefrontal, frontal, occipital, temporal, and parietal. Now, what are the meaning? For example, frontal lobe is totally depending thinking and imagination is totally depending upon the frontal lobe. For example, when somebody asks you question about your future strategies, then your eyes automatically moves up, either up left or either up right. Means the prefrontal lobe is active. When it is about for cognitive function in personality theory, when it is about decision making, then prefrontal lobe, your third eye, is activated and decision making process is started. When we are talking about sound and speech processing, about all the communication part, then temporal lobe is responsible. Occipital lobe is responsible for all the visual and planning activity, and parietal lobe is responsible for the all the body energy and all the body movement. For example, if the percentage of neuron densities in prefrontal lobe is greater than by all the lobes, then definitely this particular person is very much good in decision making skill. I request participants to please mute their mic. Yeah, thank you so much. So, if prefrontal low percentage neuron density is high, then definitely this person is very good in decision making skill. If prefrontal low percentage is very high, then the person is very good in thinking and imagination. So, when we combine Howard Gardner theory with these brain lobes, then definitely we'll judge about the personality of any person, and we just when we are able to analysis the personality, then definitely we will be able to make these strategies. So the next important one is, again, most important one, the question part. IQ, intelligent question, TQ, creativity question, emotional question, and adversity question. Again, we all know very much about intelligent question, that is IQ. But this particular time is about emotional question. Means if you are very intelligent, but if you are emotionally disturbed, for example, वेरी इंटेलिजेंट बच्चा, मतलब बच्चे ने बहुत अच्छी पढ़ाई करी है, वेरी मच इंटेलिजेंस, ऑलवेज ए रैंकर, बट एग्जाम के सुबह मम्मा से झगड़ा हो गया. नाउ ऑल द इमोशनल पार्ट गेट डिस्टर्ब, then again it will affect the performance in any field. So if you are very intelligent but your emotional thing are disturbed, then you are not able to give 100% performance. Again, IQ is diagonally related to AQ, which is adversity quotient, which is sole responsible for pressure taking capacity. Again, EQ and AQ are responsible for any kind of performance in exam, but students are only students, and again I'm saying this, students and parents are only focusing on IQ, and they are not focusing on EQ and AQ. And when a particular student see the first question, और जब उसको फर्स्ट क्वेश्चन नहीं आता है, everything goes out. So this is very important to manage all the question. Again, the one more is there, creativity question, CQ. Every person having some kind of creativity in ourselves, but in this particular system, in this particular education system, we are not able to enhance the creativity. As the new education policy is there, that definitely help in the enhancing the creativity of student and person, because once the creativity enhances in school, then definitely it will continue in the organization also. But when the creativity kills in schools, then again, and we are expecting creativity in organization, then it's not possible. So by thanks to Indian government, that they have made all the necessary changes in the education policy, but as a organizational person, as an employer, as an employee, as a person, as an academician, we must understand about these four concepts, out of which emotional quotient is very much necessary in this particular pandemic lockdown situation. Everybody is facing this pandemic problem, but those who are having good emotional quotient, then they are easily coping with this particular situation. And those who are not able to cope up with this emotional quotient, they will take some wrong steps. So it is very much important concept to understand the EQ and AQ, that is emotional quotient and adversity quotient. Now, next one is the power of choices and decision making. What we are today is only the power of choices. For example, in the education system, after 10th class, the choice of subject, after 12th, the choice of course, after graduation, the choice of profession, after some time, the choice of marriage, all the choices. If you are taking the right decision, if you are making the right choices, then your life is at the successful level. But when your decision is not right, then your life will be at worst level. So how to choose a particular right or wrong decisions? Then it's totally depend on all the factor that we have discussed earlier. Next one is the pressure taking capacity, which is the most important thing in this competitive world. Everybody is facing some kind of pressure. But if you are not managing your emotional quotient, if you are not minimizing your adversity quotient, then you are not able to take that particular kind of pressure. Target oriented jobs are there in which employees have to face pressure. So we have to develop pressure taking capacity in the organization. So this is the first part uh, in the know yourself category, and the last one is personality type. That already we discussed last day also. But here I'm discussing you some different kind of theory because most of the theories are similar as our theory. So we have propounded a four-piece personality theory. And what is this four-P personality theory? In this 4P, we divided a person into four parts: power, praise, peace, and process seeker. For example, those who are power seeker comes in the first category. And again, it is similar to this profile, that dominant, influential, compliant, and study profile. So again, this personality is when we know about our personality, then definitely we make right decisions. So what are the benefit of knowing our personality? So these four are very much a very good example. If a person is power seeker, then they are fast-paced, decisive. They have good decision making. They are impatient. They are highly risk taker person. Means for completion of their goal, they focus only about their goal completion. They don't focus about their process. Again, the second one is praise seeker. They are again fast paced, but they focus on other emotional part also. Power seeker are less emotional, less empathic about other persons, but praise seeker are also emotional. Peace one are the very working at a moderate pace. They are supportive. They are very good listener. They have good shoring. They are relationship oriented. Means saying no is very much uncomfortable for them. Peace seeker. And the process seeker, compliant one are the logically, mathematically. It means they do think only in the process format. Means if you guide the particular employee of process oriented personality, this is a step number one, this is a step number two, this is a step number three, then this particular person do the same steps. But if you guide the power seeker person about these steps, the five-step process, then power seeker wants to directly go to step number five. So it is very much important to know about our personality and the combination of all. So again, power seeker, praise seeker, peace seeker, and process seeker is similarly as Dick's profile, that dominant, influential, steady, and compliant. And the combination of it's also possible means of persuasive nature, relation builder, coordinators, and implementers. And again, one personality test is also shared yesterday. And we are also giving you some personality tests, some psychometric tests, and some fingerprint tests to understand the personality of person. So these three tests are: first one is personality test, second one is psychrometric test, and third one is dermatographics multiple intelligence test. The parameters we are discussing in the first part, you are easily calculate, you are easily able to analytic all the decision making, all the IQ, EQ, all the multiple intelligence with the help of these tests. So first is the self-analysis part. Now the interesting part is coming in the second part, which is know your mind. Again, now this is something related very much of my interest. Means if you are able to understand your mind, because your mind is awesome, amazing, miraculous, magical, powerful, and very much important. So, if you are able to understand your mind, then definitely you are able to do anything in your life. For example, if you are earning X amount and if you want to earn 2x amount next year, then what are the strategies? That comes in mind mapping part. But for understanding mind mapping strategy, first you have to understand the working pattern, the do's and don'ts of mind. Most important, the working pattern of mind, how mind works, and the do's and don'ts of mind. So again, I am saying this is again the second most important concept after know yourself. It is know your mind. So again, I am sharing you some concept about the understanding of mind. If case of any confusion, please write your questions. We'll discuss in the end. Again, one one scientific theory about left and right brain, one theory is given by Sigmund Freud. 80% of mind is conscious, and around 20% is conscious, subconscious, and 40% is unconscious. For generally we called it, okay, 10% is conscious and 90% is subconscious. Yeah, 10% is conscious and 90% is subconscious, and that divided left brain, right brain, conscious part, subconscious part, chetan man and avchetan man. Now, in the left part means the conscious part, willpower, logical power, critical analysis, decision making, action, selection, and judgment. Means all the logical thinking related activity comes in the conscious mind. For example, if you are judge this particular pause, then you are using your conscious mind. But if you are not able to judge this pause, then you are using your subconscious mind. For example, there are two options, either to see my video or मेरा video side में भी दिख रहा है. तो the type of presentation I am using, the color combination I am using in my presentation is judged by your subconscious mind, your creative mind, your right mind. So all the imagination, all the intuition, body functioning means, for example, while seeing this presentation, your breathing is goes automatically. Now this is a functioning of your subconscious mind. All the emotional related belief, creativity, visualization, planning, and value system and opportunity. This all comes in subconscious power. And last one is very important, opportunity. For example, I am giving you example that if you want to double your salary, that is x to 2x, then you have to use the mind mapping strategy. And when you use mind mapping strategy, then opportunity comes. But if you are not able to understand the mind management concept, then definitely you are not seeing those opportunities. So for seeing those opportunity, you first understand all the concept. So there is one exercise for left brain and right brain. Means either you are left brainy or either you are right brainy. either your conscious mind and subconscious mind are coordinating or not. So there is one very famous exercise जो मैं हमेशा अपने सेमिनार्स में कराता हूं. मैं आज भी यहाँ पे आपको एक छोटी सी एक्सरसाइज जो बताने वाला हूं, that definitely guide you about the left brain and right brain. So it is very simple exercise. Just hold your hand and move your right hand in the forward direction. Move your right hand in forward. आगे की तरफ अपने right hand को move करेंगे. Yeah. Okay. Screen is blinking. Okay. Nitin ji, please see my. Oh, I think there is some network issue. So first, are you ready to do this particular exercise? So please write yes in comment box. You are present in this uh, presentation. You are present in this FDP, and you are ready to. Oh, thank you so much. Yeah, there is some issue of voice. I am continuously speaking much louder than usual. Thank you so much for your responses. Then, if my screen is blinking, yeah, thank you so much, Praveen ji, Yogesh ji, Alka ji, Pankaj ji. Thank you so much. So, first exercise of the session is, first you have to move your right hand in the forward direction. Yes. And your, yeah, आगे की तरफ फॉरवर्ड डायरेक्शन में अपने हैंड को मूव करेंगे. नाउ स्टॉप. आप लेफ्ट हैंड को, ध्यान रखिएगा, लेफ्ट हैंड को बैकवर्ड डायरेक्शन में, मतलब पीछे की तरफ से राउंड करेंगे. पीछे की तरफ से राउंड करेंगे लेफ्ट हैंड को. अगेन स्टॉप. राइट हैंड को अगेन आगे की तरफ मूव करेंगे. जब आप when you are moving your right hand in a forward direction na, then your left brain is using, because cross functioning is there. And again, with moving right hand in a forward direction, move your left hand in the backward direction simultaneously. Yeah. Yeah, it is not comfortable right now. Those who are easily able to do those who are easily able to do this particular exercise at their home, please write yes. And if you have any kind of problem, then please, yeah, not easy. Yeah, right, Ravi ji. So it is very easy. Yeah, okay, not easy. So again, when you practice this exercise, then your left brain and right brain, your conscious and subconscious mind is coordinating in a great way, and your third eye is activated. So I am just giving you one fast demo, moving your right hand in a forward direction and your left hand in a backward direction. So in this particular kind, you are easily do this particular exercise. Yeah, right now it is difficult, but if you practice it just 5 days, if you practice for just next 5 days, then definitely you are able to this particular exercise, and this will definitely help you in coordinating your left brain and right brain. And the coordination of conscious and subconscious is very much important, because the intuition power, when subconscious gives some kind of intuition, then it's only depend upon conscious and subconscious coordination that your conscious mind understand that particular intuition. फॉर एग्जाम्पल होता है कभी कभी कि हम कहीं जा रहे हैं और मन करता है कि रुक जाएं, और फिर थोड़ी देर बाद पता चलता है कि कहीं कुछ अनहैपनिंग वाली चीजें हुई हैं. तो दिस इज ऑल about subconscious mind. Subconscious mind is much more powerful. So if you do this exercise daily, then the coordination between the conscious and subconscious mind is very much improving. Again, one more exercise is there. Now in this exercise, again, your left brain right brain is conflicting, because here you have to read the color. For example, the first is green. means instead of reading yellow, you have to read green. So you have to read like this: green, red, blue, means you have to read the color. So again, there is a conflict. This particular exercise is very much conflicting in your conflict between the left brain and right brain. So please try for just 15 minutes. Yeah, try for just 15 minutes, no, not 15 minutes. Just try for just 15 seconds. You are easily do this particular exercise or not. You have to read. Yes, able to do. Very good, Rutuja ji. Easy to do. Repeat second one. Able to do it easily. Earlier was difficult. Okay. Yes, able. You have to read like this: green, red, blue, yellow, blue, black, red, blue, green, black, red, yellow. Means you have to. Okay. So it's very good that you are able to do this particular exercise. So our mind, how mind works, able to do but not much easy. Yeah. Thank you, Sachin ji. Have to concentrate, and that's why when your left brain and right brain mind read words and I see color. So that mind that read words is the logical one, and eyes that see color is the right brainy creative one. So all the logical parts comes in left brain and all the creative part comes in right brain. Now next is the how mind works. Again, this is again the most important concept. Either, for example, it may be possible that you have already know about this concept previously, but please, it's my request to listen with a open mind, to listen with a open heart. I know some of you are very much experienced than me, but it's my request, please see this particular presentation as a half filled glass, half filled mind, then definitely you will get very good benefits from this particular presentation. So before moving ahead how mind works, first we have to learn about the three concepts. The first one is the thought concept, means what we think is a particular type of thought. And as Buddha says, with your thoughts, you can change your world. But self-awareness about your thought is the first step towards mind mapping. So first is the most important concept that everything that goes around us is a particular thought, एक विचार है, and it's very much good saying in Hindi as yesterday is a Hindi दिवस. So विचार में शक्ति है या विचार ही शक्ति है, ये हमें सोचना होगा. विचार ही शक्ति है, विचार में शक्ति है या विचार ही शक्ति है. Because with your thoughts you can change your world, and your thoughts have vibrational power. Vibration energy is there in your thought. When you say positive, powerful, good words to yourself, energy enhances. But when you see something bad, when you feel bad about yourself, when you say bad about yourself, then this vibration energy goes down. So it's a self-awareness. You have to take care about your yourself thought process. So second concept, first concept is all mind works in thought. Second one is thought possess vibration energy, and third one, with thought and vibration energy, mind creates neuro pathway, and all the habits, all the habits comes from neuro pathway. For example, जैसे फॉर एग्जाम्पल हम शर्ट पहनते हैं, बटन जैसे लगाते हैं. फॉर एग्जाम्पल द टाइप ऑफ वी वेयरिंग ए पैंट, आइदर हम लेफ्ट लेग या राइट लेग ही डालते हैं. टूथब्रश जैसे हम करते हैं, आइदर विथ लेफ्ट हैंड आइदर विथ राइट हैंड. वेरी फॉर एग्जाम्पल, जी, फॉर एग्जाम्पल आपके सभी के घर में वॉच होगी, घड़ी होगी. टाइम देखने के लिए जो आपका एक न्यूरोपाथवे फिक्स है, इफ यू चेंज योर वॉच प्लेस मीन्स अपनी घड़ी को आप कहीं और लगा दें, नेक्स्ट 15-20 दिन तक टाइम देखने के लिए आपको पुरानी वाली जगह पर ही माइंड जो है वो जाने वाला है. तो दिस इज समथिंग न्यूरोपाथवे. So if you want to change any kind of behavior, you have to change neuro pathway. No, no, no. It is not possible to change any kind of neuro pathway. It's only possible to overlap any kind of neuro pathway. Yeah, changing in neuro pathway is similar like overlapping a old neuro pathway. For example, if somebody is having bad habit at particular time, then to build a new habit at the same time means overlapping that old one with the new habit is the only solution. If you think that old neuro pathway that already have been built over a 20 years is easily clear with the 2-3 weeks exercise, then it is not possible. The only option is overlapping. You have to overlap over new you have to overlap old neuro pathway with the new over pathway. तो न्यूरो पाथवे इज ए वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट कंसेप्ट. फॉर एग्जाम्पल, हमने 10th क्लास में एक लाइट बल्ब का बहुत अच्छा डायग्राम देखा था. जब लाइट इज ऑन, लाइट इज ऑफ. In the similar way, neuro pathway is working. At the particular time, neuro pathway is on, and particular time, neuro pathway is off. For example, those who are having bad habits, कि चाय के संग सुट्टा चाहिए, तो वो चाय के साथ ऑटोमेटिकली न्यूरो पाथवे ओपन हो जाएगा. दोस हु आर गुड हैबिट ऑफ मॉर्निंग वॉक, ऑलरेडी सुबह 5 बजे 6 बजे न्यूरो पाथवे ऑन हो जाएगा. So either it is a good habit or either it is a bad habit. It is totally depend upon neuro pathway. And for changing any kind of behavior, you have to build neuro pathway and overlap neuro pathway. Yes, this is old. This one is old. Yeah, biological clock one. Yeah, that's very true, ma'am. So you have to overlap that neuro pathway by the neuro pathway. So these three concepts, first one is thought, second one is vibration energy, and third one is the neuro pathway. With all these three concepts, let's enter in the world of how mind works, how your mind programming build, and with the help of your mind programming, how automatically you will get result in your upcoming life. Yeah, definitely. Circadian rhythm. Yeah, definitely, Praveen Kumar Dikshit, it is very true. And with that thought concept, with that vibration energy concept, and with that particular neuro pathway, very important concept, how our belief system, how our mindset, and how our attitude build. This is very much important. How our mindset, how our attitude, how our belief system build when continuously a message is passing from conscious to subconscious. For example, if you are able to do particular kind of thing, then continuously message is moving. You are very good in that. You are very good in that. That subconscious say yes, I am very good in that. And one subconscious accept particular information, then it will convert it into mindset. It will convert it into belief, and it will convert it into your attitude. फॉर एग्जाम्पल, मैथमेटिक्स हर बच्चे को मैथमेटिक्स से डर नहीं लगता है. मैथमेटिक्स के कुछ पार्ट्स उसको नहीं आते हैं, बट कॉन्शियसली मैसेज जाता है, आई एम नॉट गुड इन मैथ्स, आई एम नॉट गुड इन मैथ्स. देन सबकॉन्शियसली वो उसको एक्सेप्ट कर लेता है, एंड लाइफ लॉन्ग मैथमेटिक्स जो है एक फियर की तरह, एक डर की तरह उसके अंदर होता है. इन द सेम वे, in the organization, if we are talking about particular kind of activity, for example, if we assign a marketing job to accountant one, because that marketing job is never done by this accounting person, her his subconscious mind is not ready to do this particular marketing, because the mindset, the belief system, the attitude built in the particular accountant mindset, that I'm only do the back office job. I'm not comfortable in marketing job. So any kind of belief system, any kind of mindset that already as that belief is stored in subconscious mind. And subconscious mind is just like child. जो कॉन्शियस माइंड बोलेगा सबकॉन्शियस एज इट इज कर देगा. सबकॉन्शियस माइंड इज लाइक चाइल्ड, सबकॉन्शियस माइंड इज लाइक जीनी, subconscious mind is like nature, subconscious mind is just like universe. And there is very good concept in old ancient called kalpavaksh concept. So subconscious is just like kalpavaksh. Conscious, if you are saying मुझे तो ब्लड प्रेशर की प्रॉब्लम हो रही है, then subconscious says तथास्तु. आप कहेंगे my day is going very well, subconscious says तथास्तु. So this Tathastu concept is a subconscious concept. So please know your mind language. Means mind your language is very much important. Means when you are passing some information from conscious to subconscious, then please put a filter. Please put a filter in between them. Because when you are giving negative instruction, when you are giving wrong instruction, then definitely this will harm your coming future. Because thought leads to words, words leads to action, action leads to behavior, behavior leads to character, character leads to destiny, and again destiny leads to your thought. So there is a closed cycle. जो आप सोच रहे हैं, जैसा आप सोच रहे हैं वैसे ही आप बन जाएंगे. जैसा आप देख रहे हैं वैसी ही ये दुनिया आपको नजर आने वाली है. तो प्लीज you have to take very much, you have to be conscious about your information in conscious mind. And it is your conscious mind which act as a filter between you and your subconscious mind. So how to change this mindset, how to change this belief, that these kind of these all these strategy will see in mind mapping. So again, one information is going from conscious to subconscious, second one is going from conscious subconscious to conscious mind. And this conscious to subconscious information is intuition. And if your conscious and subconscious is actively working, then you are the master of your life. You have all the powers, you have all the manifestation power. Now there is one many word manifestation. Manifestation means think, act, and receive. A very well explained concept of law of attraction by Rhonda Byrne, in particular, The Secret Book. If you think something, then you act something, then you act on that, and you receive that. So ask, believe, and receive is the concept. So if you believe on your subconscious mind, then definitely you are able to manifest abundance in your life. How? Let's see. Now, how we take action? The There is a very good formula, and this formula is again very much famous by the various trainer in different format. But I use this particular formula in this format. T is for thought. When thought comes in your mind, then it will associate it with your feelings. Thought plus feelings. And with thoughts and feelings, you will see particular thought and feeling with your attitude. And this attitude comes from your mindset and comes from your belief. Very much important concept. First thought is come. After thought, feeling associated with that thought. And you see that particular thought and feeling with your attitude that had already made with mindset and belief. And with this first three internal one, you will take action. A for next, A is for action, and that comes to result, either the favorable result, either the unfavorable result. So this is very important concept. And first is thought, next one is feeling, and third one is attitude. And in the next part, we are definitely see the types of thought, the types of feeling, and the types of attitude we are having. So now let's start the do's and don'ts of mind mapping. Means we only know about the negative and positive thought, but there are seven types of thought. Feelings, again, seven types of feelings are there, seven types of attitude we are having. So if we are self aware about your mind working, then definitely we are growing in our life, we are attracting all the abundance. So first let's take a look on the types of thought. As the Buddha says, you have all the power. Means with your thoughts, you can change your internal world, and with your thoughts, you can change the external world. Means thoughts have energy. But there are seven kind of thoughts, seven types of thought. We know only about positive and negative one. But there are seven type of thoughts, and we start from the bottom. First are the toxic one, and this is they are very much attracted in our daily life. For example, what are the toxic one? For example, as in this particular pandemic lockdown COVID-19 situation, we are very much known about all the situation of this corona. But if you are watching news again and again and again, then these thoughts are toxic one, which leads to fear and anxiety. So if you are seeing those kind of means you are giving access to all the information which brings you thought, toxic thoughts, and which brings you fear and anxiety and fear, anxiety thoughts. So this is very important one. So first one is toxic thought. Second one is negative. Again, if you are watching all the negative stuff, if you are reading all the negative stuff, you are if you are discussing all the negative stuff, those brings your energy down, then this is not beneficial for you. Next one is the waste one. Waste thought are those kind. For example, IPL is coming, then IPL discussion is started. For example, right now Ria case is continuously, Sushant case is continuously on media. If you are discussing this particular kind of stuff that have no impact on our life, that has no impact on the growth of our life, then those thoughts, those discussions comes in waste category. Now the necessary one. Necessary ones are the those thoughts जो which we are using in our daily life. How to drink water, how to cook food, how to drive a vehicle, means all the necessary thoughts that are very much important in doing our daily routine. Now, now in from necessary to up level, that comes the right thought. For example, helping somebody is a right thought. Means irrespective of judging when you give some kind of comment, irrespective of judging when you help someone, irrespective of judging when you do something for the betterment of society, then those are right thoughts. And you are very much known about your positive thought. When you feel good, when you feel energetic, then those thoughts comes in the positive category thought. But there is one thought very much good explained by Shivani Didi, the in Brahma Kumari Shivani Didi, the elevated one. Means this thought gives you a very good impact on your subconscious mind. For example, I am blessed, I am thankful, I have gratitude in mind, I have gratitude, I am soul. So this kind of thoughts are elevated thoughts which brings your consciousness to the next level. And again, some kind of spirituality come in that. I'm right now, I'm not discussing all those, but please take care of your thought. There is not only the positive and the negative one. The most we means our mind is not a garbage box. The bottom three is the garbage one. For example, if you are continuously putting negative, if you are continuously putting toxic talk, if you are continuously putting waste thought, and now you are expecting कि मेरी जिंदगी में भाई कुछ अच्छा हो जाए, so this is not possible. When you put something, there is various famous system theory: input, processing, and output. If your input are the toxic, negative, and waste one, and you are expecting with the right processing, you are giving right positive result, it is not possible. You have to change your input for changing your output. जैसा जिंदगी में अभी तक आप करते आए थे, अगर आगे भी वैसा ही करते रहेंगे, तो आगे जिंदगी में वही मिलने वाला है जो अभी तक मिलता रहा है. So if you want to change your life, then you have to change your type of thought, because every change is start with thought. आप सोचे पर्सनालिटी में चेंज कर लेंगे, आप सोचे बिहेवियर में चेंज कर लेंगे, everything start with thought. And when you select necessary right positive and elevated thought, then the change started. So this is the type of thought. Now the next seven slides are of type of feelings. And again, it is a little bit exercise between you all participants and me. I'm just sharing you one pitch. I'm sharing you pictures one by one. You, yeah, Abhijit ji is very true. You're not, if you are having some kind of problem, and for solving this problem, you have to increase the intensity of your good thought. With same thought, you are not able to solve the same problem. Thank you so much, Aviji, for your kind inputs for my session. So there is one little bit exercise. I am sharing you seven images one by one. You just share on in the chat box that which kind of feeling is that. Now I'm sharing you seven kind of feelings. Okay. So first we'll discuss about the type of feelings. So this is the first picture. Happy. Yeah. Thank you. And anything else? Joy, elevated, happy. I'm talking about feelings here. I'm not talking about thoughts. Feelings means openness. Yeah, positive. Means we are having this seven kind of thoughts, and with these seven kind of thoughts associated seven kind of feelings. Okay, good. The right answer is the joy one, happy one, open one, all the positive one. All are the feelings. Why I'm doing this particular exercise, because you are already feeling these seven type of feeling in your life. You just have to aware about your feelings. So that's why I'm doing this particular exercise. Next one is the very important one. Yeah, please, participants. Thoughtful, when we are discussing something relaxed, guidance, yeah, gloomy, yeah, very true. Yeah. So these are kind of trust one. Means if you are discussing something to someone we believe, for example, a son and a father relationship, then we must share the feeling of trust. Next one. Next one is very important. Innocence or caring, love, wonder, surprise. Yeah, Dr. Priyanka ma'am. Yeah. So we are having feelings of surprises. Yeah, wonder. Pallavi ma'am, Rashmi ma'am say amazed, I think. Next one. Next type of feeling. Sad. Yeah, very much true. Is sadness. So You're knowing all the thing, my dear participant. You just have to a little more aware about your about your feelings. Yeah, this is very much, yeah, irritating. For example, for all the ladies over there, if yeah, very much right said, Dr. Jose, ma'am, it's disgust. So there are some employees in our organization when we their faces we feel same like this. So disgusting is one kind of feeling, and next one, unpleasant. Yeah, same. Thank you, ma'am. Shilpa, ma'am. Yeah, angry and frustrated, hyper, loud, very much true. All the feeling associated with anger, frustration, angry. So again, in a life we are facing some kind of situation when we are frustrated, when we are angry. So again, toxic. Now the next one. Yeah, very much true. Fear. So these are the fear, anxiety, yeah, depressed, right, ma'am? Right. So these are the afraid, yeah, definitely. So these are the seven kind of feeling. And when you judge your mind, when you judge the situation of your mind, then definitely you have to you have to take care about your feelings. Take care about your seven thoughts and take care about your seven feelings. Now, next one is the attitude in our formula. First one is the thought. Second one is the, what is the second one in our formula? First is the thought one. Second is, yeah, I'm waiting for your response. Yeah, feelings, right. Thank you so much, Rajeshwari ji. Yeah, thank you so much, Rashmi ma'am. Second one is the feeling, and third one is the attitude. Now, with all the belief system that we are having over a period of time, we are making some kind of that attitude, and we are making some kind of mindset. So there are seven kind of very common attitude. Again, seven kind of very common attitude. Let's take a look. And it's up to you that if you are having these kind of mindset, if you are having this kind of attitude, then it's your choice that to continue with this attitude in the future or not. First one is the always me attitude. When something bad happens to you, the one thing that comes in your mind is why always me? Why God always giving me such a problematic situation? So again, with this particular attitude, you have to change this particular attitude to why not me? Means why always me to attitude to why not me? Means I have all the potential, I have all the power. Why God is not judging me? Why God is not judging my potential? Why God is not judging my power? I have able to solve any problem in my life. So the similar always me concept to why not always me. Second one is magnifying, means when a situation comes to you will see that particular situation with a magnifying glass. यानी छोटी चीजों को बड़ा करके देखना. प्रॉब्लम लाइफ में छोटी सी आई है, बड़ी प्रॉब्लम कर देना उसको. अगेन दिस इज वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट कंसेप्ट. आपकी लाइफ में वही प्रॉब्लम आएंगी जिनके लिए आप बने हैं और जिनको आपने अट्रैक्ट किया है. मीन्स आपकी लाइफ में कभी उतनी बड़ी प्रॉब्लम नहीं आएंगी. आपकी प्रॉब्लम आपके लेवल के हिसाब से आएगी. एंड इट्स अप टू यू आइदर टू सॉल्व दोस प्रॉब्लम or leave that problem. But either not solving a problem or not leaving a problem, but only discussing a problem is not a solution. So see your problem with a exact glass, not a magnifying glass. Okay. Now next one is black and white attitude. Means either you are seeing the black portion, yani ki most negative portion of that situation, or either you are seeing the white portion, and means the brightest part of this particular situation. But in between black and white, some more options will be there. Try to see all those situations. Try to see all those problem solutions. नेक्स्ट वन इज जंपिंग टू कंक्लूजन. लाइफ में कुछ भी सामने आया, डायरेक्टली वी जंप टू कंक्लूजन. फॉर एग्जांपल, कोरोना सिचुएशन आई, अब हमारा बिजनेस डाउन हो जाएगा, हमारा बिजनेस नहीं चलेगा. जंपिंग टू कंक्लूजन एटीट्यूड, सर्चिंग नेगेटिविटी. इफ anybody from participants is parents, then this is a very not a very good attitude in case of children. For example, nowadays parents are seeing their children with this kind of attitude, search negativity. For example, if a student or children is having a child is having a particular five types, five good habits, but one bad habit, then the first attitude is search negativity. Second one is magnifying. So again, always see the negative side, means in black and white, always see the black side. Next is disqualifying the goods, means always see the positive one, but always see the positive side of anything. But this kind of attitude, if we are having this kind of attitude, we are disqualifying all the goods and accept only the negative one. And the last one is very much important, the labeling. When we label, हमारा बच्चा तो बहुत गुस्सा करता है, मेरे हस्बैंड तो सुनते ही नहीं है, हमारी वाइफ तो हमेशा लेट ही कर देती है. The labeling system attitude is not good. फॉर एग्जाम्पल, जो नहीं भी कर रहा है, या कंप्लेनिंग एटीट्यूड, वेरी ट्रू रश्मि मैम. तो लेबलिंग कि हमेशा व्हेन वी आर हैविंग कंप्लेनिंग एटीट्यूड, व्हेन वी आर हैविंग always complaining attitude, and when we are having justifying, means when we are having ignorance, then please try to change these type of attitude, and with right thought, with right feelings, with right attitude, take right action. And when you take right action, then definitely you will get favorable results. So this is the second, this is the end for second part. First part is know yourself, second one is know your mind, third one is know your mind mapping strategies. So what is mind mapping? Mapping is to develop a connection between the current situation and the favorable desired situation. So right now I am sharing you some strategies with map your current situation with your desired one. But before going to the uh, before moving to the strategy one, first we did take a look on the concepts of mind mapping. So we conclude these five concepts in a very short way because we are run out of time. So first one is the image concept, means your mind always think in an image format. Always think in an image format. कभी उसको अल्फाबेट समझ में नहीं आते हैं. Your mind always think in an image concept. And second one, your mind is having imagination power. So take a let's do a one exercise. Please close your eyes and yeah, please open your eyes. One more command, one more concept is there. No command means when you are giving no command to your mind don't understand. उसको no समझ में नहीं आता है. So image concept, imagination concept, and no command concept. Let's do exercise. If you are ready with the exercise, please write yes. And after writing the yes, please close your eyes. And I'm giving you instruction. And I am giving you instruction. Yeah. After closing the eyes, please don't think about an pink Taj Mahal. Please don't think about a white elephant. Please don't think about your parents. Yeah, please open your eyes. Again, I am giving the negative command and I am giving in words. but your mind process that particular command in yes format, and you will see the same picture that I am saying. With due respect to Gandhi ji, बुरा मत कहो, बुरा मत सुनो, बुरा मत बोलो is very true. But we have to change the concept because no command. जब हम कहेंगे बुरा मत देखो, तो बुरा और मत जो है वो साइड हो जाता, बुरा देखो ही सामने आता है. So विद ड्यू रिस्पेक्ट टू गांधी जी, अच्छा देखो, अच्छा बोलो और अच्छा सुनो ताकि आपकी जिंदगी में कुछ बहुत अच्छा हो और आप अच्छी राह पे चलें. तो imagination and no command are the three concepts. Next one is the repetition. Repetition is the father, mother, brother, sister of mind mapping. Means when you repeat again and again the same thoughts to your mind, then it will imprint it in your subconscious mind. And the most important one is from the Gita Sar, that you have to take action. Without action, nothing is possible. Means आप सिर्फ सोचें. As Rhonda Byrne says in particular book, ask, believe, and receive. But dear, ask, believe is very much important, but you have to take action. Then you receive that particular part. So we change the formula: ask, believe, take action, and receive. So these are the five concepts of mind mapping. Now the first strategy is affirmation, and affirmation is the positive, elevated thoughts that we are saying to ourselves in different format. So first one is you say yourself powerful, vibrational, positive words. And again, with this slide, I'm giving you one information that I have my YouTube channel video by the name of Dr. Chetan Raikwar. This particular powerful vibration positive words video is available on YouTube, and please subscribe the channel and like the videos. So say yourself powerful positive vibrational words. Now what are the powerful vibrational words? I am strong, I am powerful, I am fit, I am energetic, I am happy, I am abundant, I am positive, I am creative, I have a strong immune system, I am attracting money. Money is flowing into my life continuously and effortlessly. Everyone loves me, everyone supports me, and I am the greatest person ever born on this earth. So these are the powerful, and you have to say with loud vibes, with clapping, and with tapping your legs, because when you feel some vibration in your body, then it will definitely imprint it in your mindset, in your subconscious mind. Yeah, I am enthusiastic. So you have all the right. I am strong, I am powerful, I am fit, I am energetic, I am healthy, I am happy, I am abundant, I am positive, I am creative, I have a strong immune system. I have all the money. I am a money magnet. Money is flowing into my life. Everyone supports me, everyone loves me. I am enthusiastic, I am motivated. List is up to you. Now, how to use this list? There are four formats. First, the right one means make a diary and write the affirmation. Second one is read that writing. Third one is speak, means mirror exercise is there. Speak, speak, and speak louder again and again. And mirror, when you use mirror exercise, see in your eyes, because your eyes are the eyes of your body and are the eyes of your subconscious mind. And last one, with the help of headphone, you can listen the recorded one of you in your voice also. So these are the four type of formation. Next one is visualization. To change any kind of mind mapping strategy, you have to visualize. You have to feel that particular thing. For example, if you want to manifest anything in your life, then visualize that particular. And the best time of visualization is सुबह उठने के बाद और सोने के पहले. Okay, thank you, Reena Malik ma'am. Again, I am end of the session. I am doing that particular powerful vibrational, motivational visualization exercise. But yeah, thank you. Yeah, Vikram sir, thank you. So visualization is one technique, and again, nowadays various visualization techniques available on YouTube. Please start, please start doing visualization technique. Guided meditation are the next one. Follow, you have not follow any kind of gurus or anything, means किसी को follow करने की जरूरत नहीं है. Just do their guided meditation, because with lots of analysis, with lots of research, they have discovered that their guided meditation, and they are freely available in you on YouTube. So use that particular guided meditation. One guided meditation is very much, one guided meditation channel is Mind Valley. And one thing is there, there is guided meditation on Mind Valley channel is available only in English. So do the Mind Valley guided meditation, and there are lots of guided meditation available on YouTube. Please, please start one guided meditation a day. This will definitely change your mind mapping and bring some motivation in your life. Yeah, bring some motivation, write motivational books. But as not again, I am saying, if you are not having a habit of reading a book, then you have to change this particular pattern in a 1 day 2 day is not possible. Then listen the motivational songs, listen the motivational videos, watch the motivational movies. Means this is something possible. For example, if you're not having the habit of reading a book, and I am saying you that start reading book from today, it's not more possible. But develop one neuro pathway, that is watching the videos, listening the songs, watching the movies, and bring some new motivation in your life. And that comes to uh, end of our session. Now the mind mapping for happiness. So there is one thought meditation. When you focus on one thing, and rest anxiety, rest fear, rest sadness is going on. So focus on that one thought, and that is happiness. Next one, which next two strategies are very much good in personal life and professional life. Gratitude one. Always show gratitude to everyone. Always show gratitude to everyone. Means either that either for the thing or a person or a situation or a opportunity, show gratitude. And gratitude means you have to develop the attitude of gratitude. Means in previous slide we see the 7 types of bad attitudes, but you have to develop the attitude of gratitude. And next one is the appraisal. Appraise Always appraise everyone. Appraisal is the key to shift in others heart. जब आप किसी की बढ़ाई करेंगे, कभी कोई बुरा नहीं मानेगा. और किसी की बुराई मीन्स, बुराई is again comes in the negative thought, appraisal comes in the positive and elevated thought. Next one is mentor. मेंटर रखी लाइफ में. मेंटर आपको हैप्पीनेस के लिए हमेशा गाइड करता रहेगा. एंड न्यू, नए लोगों से मिलिए, नई चीजें करिए, नया खाना टेस्ट कीजिए, नई जगह पर जाइए. once in a month try this one, because, and again one more strategy is there. अपने साथ कुछ वक्त बिताइए, because if you are not having a time with yourself, then you are missing the chance of meeting the best person of your life. तो नया नया जिंदगी में कुछ कीजिए, नया कुछ टेस्ट करिए, नए लोगों से मिलिए, नई जगह पर जाइए, नई कोई किताब पढ़िए. मीन्स एडवेंचर अपनी लाइफ में से, एक्साइटमेंट अपनी लाइफ में से एंड नहीं कीजिए. व्हेन यू एंड्स योर एक्साइटमेंट, व्हेन यू एंड्स योर adventure, then happiness ends. So please maintain these 5 strategies for happiness. And with this all the strategies, I wish you a very happy birthday and very happy new you, because from today there is guaranteed 1% improvement in your life. So again, I am showing you gratitude. Thank you so much for very kind listening. Thank you so much for giving all the responses in all the exercise. And now it's time to take Q&A session. If you have any question, then please, yeah, thank you so much for your all your wonderful wishes. And again, if you like this session, then it's my request. Please like my YouTube channel by the name of Dr. Chetan Raikwar, where you will get all the good videos related to mind management and mind mapping. Dr. Chetan Raikwar YouTube channel. And again, I am stop sharing my presentation. And if you have any kind of question, then now please ask the question. Otherwise, we will officially end this particular session. Thank you so much for your kind listening.